Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I've been doing a lot today. I have been cooking chicken soup for a couple of my friends that are sick. Yes, I do make a killer chicken noodle soup. Just saying. The trick is for sick people, you add a little ginger. So that helps them with the congestion and stuff like that. Anyhow, onwards. I am going to do some remote viewing today. And there's a few things that have been coming to me constantly. And I keep on, my prayer is, this is my exact prayer to Spirit, please remove my ego and what I want out of this. Only provide your information. So that's my prayer. And one thing that once I say that out loud, there's one thing that keeps on coming to me is I still see Bobert losing. And I am praying that my want and needs for her to be gone is separate from what Spirit keeps on showing me. Because on the map, it keeps on showing either pink or it tallies back and forth between pink and maroon, and it's been doing that. But the numbers haven't changed. So it's driving me crazy. We probably won't know anything until maybe Wednesday night or Thursday morning when they upload everything, or even maybe Friday. Who knows how long it's going to take them. But I still see, and I see that section blue. So that's hopeful. Also, with the house, I do see maybe one extra that, so the Republicans will kind of take over, but they have no governing power. Therefore, when I did a reading a while back, when I said I did a reading what the future of the House was, is because working together, they have no choice but to work with us nowadays, because everything that they do now is going to be just as much as a struggle as we had in the Senate. So they're not going to have a fun time at all. And then there was another thing that I saw too, as I was asking, is MTG, she's going to be silenced one way or another, either be from her party or from the law. We're hoping the law. However, she's going to be like that little puppy in the background, whimpering and brokenhearted and disabled. That was exactly not that disability is, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about her ability to spout off all of her crap. She's going to be disabled to do that. So there's that. And what's his face from Florida, Matt Gaetz is now going to start playing the game of getting everything that the Democrats want to be passed. So it looks like now the House is working together. He sees the big picture. He sees it. He sees it. And I'm there for it. If he brings some good stuff, let's pass it. Let's get it through. And that's only going to help the Democrats look like we're working with them. But whatever their little psychological games are, they lost. They lost. So, yeah, hang in there, guys. Today's going to be fun. Okay, so first up, if Florida cheated, how'd they do it? How did they do it? My gut instinct, it feels like the governor has a lot to do with it. Let me do a remote before so let me see what Spirit has for us to see on that, on if Florida cheated, how'd they do it? So hang on a minute. Okay. I'll just tell you the scene I see. The first scene up is half screen. Half of this screen is bright, light, and workers putting the ballots through through this, and then the other half of the screen is black. Everything on this side, everybody can see, everybody knows what happens. It's on this side after the tally has been taken. That's where the manipulation, I just saw him, whoever's doing it, they're winding up the black like this and holding on to it and pulling it forward. They're winding it up. Why are they winding it up? Like a gunny sack, winding it up and pulling it. You have to pick a number to be legit. It has to make sense. Just pick a number, any number. It has to make sense. It is literally being switched. Not even switched. It's not even being switched. It's like being ignored. I don't care what the answer is. You pick that number, and that's what we're going to tell the people. It's like once the whole process is done, any Republican that works behind the scenes is doing that. All right. All right. I kept on trying to find out how exactly, but it is literally after it's all said and done, they're just picking the numbers and here you go. Like they're getting a tally of everybody that voted, and they're making that make sense. That kind of goes for Texas too. Greg Abbott didn't have to do anything because he knew he had it in the bag. He knew. There was absolutely no concern in his face with it. He had no concern. None. Neither did Ron DeSantis. He had no concern. So those two states have figured out how to place people in after everything is said and done, to ignore the numbers and publicly give the number whatever they want. I just saw them talking, well, you got to do this. It has to make sense. It has to make sense. 3 of Swords. The 6 of Cups. Charity, giving you what you want. 7 of Cups, the delusion. Queen of Wands, somebody behind the scenes doing the work. Queen of Wands. The Hierophant, they're playing God. And I just literally saw the hands of justice coming in. So they're looking into it. I just saw the big old hand of justice going in and parting the curtain away. Nice. Very nice. Yay for Arizona. You've chosen sense over nonsense. Yay for Katie Hobbs and everybody else that won their seat in Arizona. and they're still shocked. The MAGA people are just shocked. They're shocked. I can't believe this happened. Well, they're trying to think that everything that they spouted out there about Biden, well, one thing, they thought that everybody was believing it because they weren't, apparently, and that they were hoping for all of that just to blanket them, and they were going to punish Biden for all of that, what they had to say. Huh. It's funny how that didn't happen. However, Arizona is going to shift so much to normal and back to what the people want that every time I look at that state now, it is like, that's what you get for talking about McCain. That's what you get for trying to eliminate our hero. They have that going on. Let me just close my eyes because I keep on seeing a path of orange for some reason. So let me find out what that is. Arizona. There's a path of orange. I see natives attached to this orange for some reason. Like the community of the natives are going to blossom. They're going to be the teachers. They're going to be able to breathe a little easier. They're so showing me that the native have been praying for the land, that the native have put forth the blessings to the heavens, to Lakashla. Like they have been doing all of that for quite some time to heal it, to heal everybody in that state. Fantastic. Oh, it's expanding. The Native community has been expanding their prayers and their work on the healing of this nation. I normally don't get Native information, but I am right now. It's like I see Arizona and then it's spilling out into all the other states. It's like a growing. Wow. Okay, I'm coming out of it because that's all it keeps on showing me is the expansion of the Native prayers and the Native ceremonies that have been just, wow. Well, there you go. Let's see the future of Arizona. Let's see if what I can get from that. I feel like I need these. Wow. I know somebody probably knows what orange means in the Native culture. Please post that below so that so they understand what orange means. I know that it was connected to when they were finding all of the children in the schools. I can't really remember what it meant. All right, the future of Arizona. Future of Arizona. Fertility. Governing. Rest. The isolation. So the question was, will Arizona and all the Republicans quiet down and start participating in life? I see the Hermit. I see this Four of Swords resting. I feel like they have to heal from their self-imposed problems. I also see generosity and charity coming back to Arizona. Wow. but they're going to grieve. They're going to go through some grieving processes and the breakup of that. And the reason why is because justice is coming for who all those who participated in the January 6th and all of that. The justice doesn't mean like Merrick Garland's going to go arrest somebody. The justice, we just put a whooping on the Republicans. They got punished. They literally got punished at the ballot. So this is also justice and the grief of all of that they have been doing. So that's fantastic. Public recognition and victory for the Democrats. That's incredible. And the Wheel of Fortune is at the bottom. I'm telling you, people, we're living in the best time to be alive at this moment, to watch this shift. 2 years ago, I've been talking about this shift that we're heading into. We're finally seeing a lot more evidence of this shift going into a future that we want. So, and apparently the natives have been praying for it a lot longer than we have. You know what I mean? Woo, yeah. Go Arizona. All right, so somebody wanted me to check on the mega people who did get into office, which is Derek Van Orden of Wisconsin, and the second one is George Santos of Long Island, New York. So those two were some megas that did make it in, and somebody wanted me to do a remote view on them. Now, I have to tell you, I know of them, but know nothing about them. So just going forward, if I get personal details a little wonky, sometimes it happens to me. Just a FYI on that. So what I'm going to do is Derek Van Orden first. And I literally didn't watch anything in his campaign or anything like that. So I'm just trusting in the question. But the first off that I feel like I need to run. That's my first feeling. Like, do not get close to him. Do not get next to him. He's handsy. I don't know what that is, but that's exactly my first feeling with him is run. All women stay away from this man. So I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. What was his name? Derek. They show me a night scene. I'm just gonna tell you, he's been like getting into the secret boat at night. The whole bunch of other secret people. And they've been like, they paddle out for a little while. They have their meeting, and their meeting is a secret. What are we going to do? How are we going to do this? This is like a secret thing. And then they paddle back in, and he gets off. He's not like waving at them or anything like that. He's like gets off the boat real quick and goes. And he walks from darkness into light. So there's that scene. I'm following him. Scurrying off to get back into mainstream life. Okay, so now this looks like it is prior to the election. I'm trying to get him after the election, even though he won. He's like on the phone. It's not going to work. It's not going to work anymore. It's not going to work. He is calling up lawyer 1, lawyer 2, lawyer 3. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to make this look? He's calling up, those people in the boat. What am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do? All of my agenda is done. There's nothing I can do with it. He's freaking out pretty bad. He's going up to all of his windows, like in his home, and he's closing the shutters. He's afraid because he doesn't want to play the game anymore. He's afraid. Okay. He's in his bathroom. He's filling up the bathtub with a whole bunch of water, and he's throwing all of his clothes into this bathtub. All of them, all of the clothes into this bathtub. Bleach. Bleach. Oh. Erasing evidence. He's trying to erase evidence. He's trying to get rid of it. That's why he's closing the shutters, bleaching. He's trying to get he's guilty on something, and he's really trying to hide it. I'm trying to go forward with that now that he's opening up doors, and he's like this when he opens up I see his hand going like this to the doorknob, and he opens up the doorknob, and there's the FBI. Can we come in and talk to you for a little while? I'm kind of busy. Are you sure you're busy? We really need to talk to you. Okay. Come in. Why are you so nervous there, bud? Oh, I just drank too much coffee. I mean, I'm literally watching the scene. I just drank too much coffee. Let's have a seat. We got to talk about a few things. Okay. All right, I'm going to come up out of that. The feeling on that is that the FBI is fishing for information that he knows about the people, the dark people in the boat. That's what it feels like. I gotta talk to you about something. Well, Derek, it doesn't look good. I know nothing about this guy. So let's do some cards. Oh, first up, bam. His whole world is coming down. His whole world is coming down. Oh my God. Goodness gracious. I mean, none of these cards that I have pulled thus far, Queen of Cups, heads over top of him. The Queen of Cups is that creative visionary, that new horizon. He's trying to create a new narrative. He's trying to make it look better. Coming into this question is we got to get a new idea. We got to get a new idea. Pentacles, he's going to lose a lot. Lack of stability, unemployed. He's juggling right and wrong. He's juggling his, oh my God, what is with this guy? Outside influences, public recognition. We're going to find out. We also have the talent doing the groundwork on him. Hangman is the result. Oh my gosh. And he has connections to Mar-a-Lago, to that, because everybody knows when we're doing things on Republicans, that's a Mar-a-Lago card. We also have the Empress. The Empress is interesting to get because it's like the abundance and the creativity, the abundance of guilt, the abundance of evidence against him. He's good there. Also, the Empress is like yanking them back down to reality, back down to earth with this. Okay. Well, that was Derek's. Okay, so the next one up is George Santos of Long Island. Like I said, I don't know. I haven't been following along in their campaign, so I really don't know who and what these. I know of them. That's about it. Apparently, they won their seat. So, and according to the person who's asking this question, they are Trumpers. Trump humpers is what. So I'm just shuffling my card from the last one. Okay. So George Santos from Long Island. I feel like he's an idiot. I don't, that was my first thing is he's not, he was a player. He was an idiot. We can make him do anything we want. He would have just played the game. Like if he was in the House of Representatives and a bill came by and all of the Republicans would just look at him and say, vote yes on that one. And then they would come by, he's there like this, la 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 la, and they would look at him, okay, you need to vote no on that one. That's how he would have been. He has no ability to factor in all of the things, all of the information. That's what I feel with him. So let me close my eyes and see what's going to happen. I don't know if he was at the January 6th. I don't know if he was or not. Well, there's a tethering to him in the January 6th day and all of that. So he's tethered to that day. He's trying to pull in that evidence. He's trying to bury it, trying to pull in some sort of evidence that connects him to January 6th. Come on, hurry up, come on. Like a Gravy Go huge tire, like it on a string, and he's just dragging it through the muck. And it's not working, to be honest. It's not working. Every time he drags it, the tire gets dirtier and dirtier and dirtier. So there's that. He finally gives up. And for some reason, he's also on a boat. He finally gives up and he turns around. Oh, like that. That's all. Like, whatever. Whatever. It's almost like I'll just do the bare minimum. I'm only here for 2 years. You know, that's his attitude right now. It's like, no. And they get me. Oh, well. He wasn't there to move mountains anyway. Okay, I'm coming out of that. Let me see what he has. Mr. George, Mr. Apathy George. He is definitely a follower. That's interesting. He's going to be defending his territory. So he may have to get a lawyer as well. Again, the apathy. Moving away from the cause, moving away from the ambition. This is very interesting. Well, I had the last one is the Three of Wands, looking for assistance. Going forward is the Ace of Cups, which is that new birth or new love. Now, is this related to the Six of Swords? Could be. Emotional, you know, like I have to save my soul. I can't go through with this. I can't keep that up. And that's why he gave up. Hermit, that's why he gave up. That's the reason why he's like, I'm just gonna go dormant. the good income. I'm just going to enjoy the wealth. The Queen of Wands. This is outside influence, political. Queen of Wands. It usually means he's going to do something, but unfortunately, I don't think that he thinks he's innocent, or the outcome is that they're going to pretty much leave him alone, because he does go in front of a judge and the professionals. He does go in front of something. He does get looked at, but I don't know. It's a magician at the bottom. I don't know if there's going to be much that is done with him. He's like it's like the idiot on the corner that they used. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. All right. That's Mr. Georgie. All right, so somebody wanted me to look in on Nancy Pelosi. Now, I do feel that she wants to get out. She's done. She doesn't want to lose her husband, or any of that, or her. She's realizing the huge trouble, but she's not going to give up on the country yet. That's literally my feeling. She is going to wait for the moment that it's safe for the country and for her to leave. Because there's still a lot of threats. There's still a lot of she gets wonderful security while she's in. And I just saw her that they're going to expand the security for her husband. So there's that too. I haven't heard any of that, but that's what I just saw, is that she goes, I want more here for him. And they said absolutely. So they gave her that. So I'm going to just do some cards on Nancy right now. I feel like she is emotionally distraught right now. Strength came out. Strength just popped out for her. She's emotionally distraught right now, and I don't want to impose on that with her. She does have strength. The Six of Cups, the innocence, the Nine of Cups, wishes fulfilled, and the Queen of Pentacles, down to earth and motherly. Okay, so let's see what else we got. Temperance, constant effort, juggling that. The strength behind the betrayal. So she has a lot of strength. She knows what to deal with this. She's not blinded to it. She's been through it before. She's heard it before. So she has some strength behind that. So don't worry about that with her. We also have the Six of Cups and the Temperance. The innocence. They know she's innocent. The vindication was the midterms, so she's knowing that she has the country backing her again. We also have the Nine of Cups, which is wishes fulfilled of the success of her efforts. So she has that to be proud of. We also have the Queen of Pentacles, and then juggling. So she's still going to work, Queen of Pentacles. She's still going to have that job. But she's also going to be juggling home a lot more than she was before. So she's going to have a little bit of a torn attention span. But again, the Queen of Swords, where she is professional. She knows what to do. She's attention to detail. She prefers to stick behind Biden. All right. That's Nancy Pelosi. All right, so next up is Ivanka. Ivanka's got to be looking at her dad like, oh, no. I heard rumors, and this is literally a rumor because I haven't vindicated or authenticated this, but the rumor has it that she's really mad at her dad for ruining her reputation. I'm not sure she really had one, but whatever. So I'm going to do a remote on her. So see what's happening. For some reason, I'm always catching her. My first scene is these great big, huge, tall windows that she's standing in front of. almost every time I've ever done this with her, she's standing in front of those windows looking out into the yard or the trees or whatever. Like that's her favorite spot to just sit and just stare. She keeps on looking back. I guess this is her husband because she'll look back at her husband. She goes, I know. And then she'll come back around and she's staring out. And then he says something else. I'm not really sure what it is, but she turns around one more time. She goes, I know. I know. And she turns back around. She has that dilemma. I I don't know why. She just went directly from that window into the kitchen, and now she's like making butter from cream. She's like starting to domesticate herself or something. She's like making this. I don't think Ivanka has ever made anything ever in her life, but she's making butter. What does that mean? Going back to the old times, maybe? This is a representation of going back to the old ways of doing things. I wish he would never have went for presidency. That was the worst decision ever. We wouldn't be in this mess. She's really mad about that. Yeah, she's wishing for old times. Okay, I think that's what it meant. Like trying to get her to go forward. I'm trying to get her in front of like the judge, in front of like New York and getting into the trouble and stuff like that. But she keeps on showing up like a whimpery little puppy. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I was just following my father's family. You know, she's really trying to pander and use her feminine aspect and her victimhood of being an abused woman because of her father to get out of this. That's exactly what she's doing. To be honest with you, it might be working. Like, I don't want nothing to do with him anymore. I'm not listening to him anymore. Yeah. Her husband is not upfront and dominant in this whole thing. He's like behind the scenes whispering in her ear, you should say this, you should say that, you should say this, you should say that. All right, I'm coming up out of that. That was weird. I have a feeling that might work. Unfortunately, it's working on somebody. I'm a female and I've been abused because my father is Donald Trump. He's a womanizer who is sketchy at best. You know, she's pulling it all out. She has this foundation of all of that. The boys won't have that, but she does. Whatever, Ivanka. At least we know who you're attached to, and that will never go away. Yeah. Responsibility, the burden of the responsibility that she has in the whole situation. Discovery, creative talents. It was him. It was him. It was him. It was him. The Chariot, trouble, conflict with with this guy. Trouble and conflict with that guy. Interesting. The Moon, fear, anxiety. That's her whole being right now. Loss. Loss of family, loss of reputation, loss of everything. She lost everything. Everything. The constant, oh, look at that. Her money, her good income, gone. She has to stay married now. She has no other choice. If she left Jared Kushner or the whatever something happens, she would end up with just minimal amount of money. She has to stay married. Her income right here. Good income, taken, stolen, doesn't have it. Five of Swords, strife, tension, betrayal, and of course then poverty. Yep. Messes about, and then the last one was message about business, which okay, fine. Oh, poor Ivanka, poor Jared, right? It's so bad for them little demons. Merrick Garland. I'm going to see if I can get into some Merrick Garland energy or FBI energy. Oh, I just saw the FBI putting on their gloves, putting on their coats. Are you guys ready? That's exactly what I just saw them do, like getting geared up. Are you ready? You better get ready. I just saw it. Okay, let me do Merrick Garland. Okay, so the first scene up is like he's showing me this folder that he's been hanging on to forever. He has this folder in his briefcase or something along that lines that he looks at all the time. This is all of the information. This is a folder that is his top priorities, and he has it with him at all times. Brings out this folder and he opens it up and he looks down at this one piece of paper and he brings it up and he goes, it's time. And he puts that one down. And he brings another one up and he looks at this one. He goes, that one, more work. And then he brings another one up and I'm looking at this one. This one's red hot. Red, 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 red hot. That one has to go next. So he's prioritizing all of his that he's going to move ahead with. But the first one up, he smiles. It's time. And I'm trying to see. You won't let me see it. So it looks like there's something, all this stuff that the public knows, this is something that the public doesn't know the details on. Sorry. Doesn't know the details on it. It's like this piece of paper that I think they're going to, the worst thing that Trump has done that Merrick Garland knows about is he has sold our information. And that is what he is going to move on, I think, first. And everything else is just, but that right there seems to be his baby, his key, his existence at this moment in time. And for some reason, that information, I'm seeing a connection to the when Trump flew to Washington, D.C. that night, just from the golf course. That's the reason why it's connected to that information is the reason why he flew there, because I keep on seeing that. His lawyers keep on coming back to him and giving him bad news after bad news after bad news. And Trump is just like, he truly does believe, Trump does. I'm kind of moving away from Garland now, but going into Trump. Trump truly believes that Merrick Garland will not move on anything if he announces that he's going to be doing something in the political arena. Okay, so I gotta tell you, everything has like a really pretty light blue hue to it. Everything that I'm seeing right now. It's like that baby blue to it. Everything that I'm seeing with Garland, with Trump, with everything, there is something. Okay, I'm coming out. It's just showing me more and more of that. Well, there you go. Um, all right, Garland. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Come for you. I got hard work, talented, creativity, the wishes and fulfillment, and conflict. Relation breakup. Constant effort into this whole thing. All of the creativeness that they have used, all that they had to go find this, they had to go search this. That's the whole choices going in and sifting through the BS. The world recognition, fulfillment, and success of it. Like they have a lot. They have a lot. However, we also have severed. He was waiting for the country to sever ties with Trump. Sever the ties because now he's coming with strength. He's coming with the back. Oh, 3 of Cups. Because he now knows that this country is going to be happy with what he does, and he's not going to create, and he's going to move forward with it. And the King of Cups. See, and we also have collaboration. Mar-a-Lago is coming for you. Yeah, I do see it. I see it. I see it. I see it as clear as day. That Garland is he knows what he has to do now, and he's ready. All right, so I am not going to do a remote view on, I don't know if Trump has announced his announcement, but I'm going to do a Celtic cross on his announcement. My feeling from the get-go, prior to even the midterms, when he said that he was has an announcement, right? My first intuition and my first thought was that he was going to announce that he's going to be speaker. Like he just, that's the reason why he kept on putting all of his candidates in. They're all going to put me back in as speaker or president. Really, he cared less about speaker, but that his pathway to the presidency. That's why they were all pretty much his. Hey, once you get in, you'll vote for me for being speaker. Absolutely. All right, let's go. That's what I think that was his going to be his announcement. His announcement now, even if he says that he's going to run for presidency, let him. If the Republicans haven't learned their lesson yet, by all means, continue on. By all means. Okay, what? It's all about the money. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles goes over the travel, the discovery. It's all about money, suffering. This is, if there's a card that ever represents Trump's ideas and who he is and how he lives his life on a day-to-day basis, it's this one. Comes up almost every time for him, including the lying and the cheating one. But anyways, the worry, the suffering, the anxiety, all of it, the guilt, overwhelming, but guilt. I doubt that he has guilt, but all that. The Ace of Swords come up, breakthrough underneath him. He wanted to future planning. The devil. Walking away, withdrawing. Is he gonna like leave? He's gonna say like, because this one right here is the outcome. Like, leave the past behind. We're going in a different direction. But he's evil. We're going in a different direction. Ay, ay, ay. All right. I'm gonna see if I can get. I'm gonna bring out my haunted house deck. See what comes of that. I have a haunted house deck that I have Republicans. Let's see what else I can do. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing something different is because he's trying to. It didn't say like he's going to announce that he's going to be president. It didn't look like that. It doesn't look like he's going to announce, something, but it looks like maybe let's leave the past behind. Give me money. You know what I mean? It's just, we're going to start our own, we're going to start our own party. I'm going to be in charge of that party. That's kind of the feeling about it. Please follow me. We're going to separate from the mainstream Republicans because they can't win elections. I'm going to be ahead of this party. We're going to call ourselves whatever, patriots, whatever. I mean, the first up is the Three of Swords, heartbreak, charity, grifting, severing. That's what it feels like the most. It's going to sever. Two parties. He's going to split the two parties in half. I've got the keys to the kingdom. Follow me. And then the Tower. I don't know what his announcement tonight is actually going to be. However, it kind of feels like more of I'm starting a new party, come with me kind of a thing. I'm going to, run for maybe for the presidency, but he's going to split the party. The mainstream Republicans, they're not worth staying with. They can't win elections. Come with me. All right. That's all I got today. Thanks, everyone.